Hey y'all, my name is Lauren Hall. I'm a singer-songwriter based out of Charleston, South Carolina. I'm 23 years old and I sing country music. I started writing songs when I was around 13 years old and began my own band when I was 16. I have been playing around the SC area with my band for about 7 years now. I'm 23. Last year, I started going to Nashville, Tennessee to work with my team up there on an EP that is coming out later this summer. I've released 2 singles off that EP that you can go stream and download. They are available now. The first one is called Backwards. The second one is called Gone. I'm going to start by answering some questions by Audentes. Shout out to them for featuring me today. I really appreciate it, guys. I am from the Low Country, as we call it here in Charleston, and there's a lot of great things to do as a kid when you grow up here in Charleston, South Carolina. A lot of it has to do with being at the beach, being on the boat, being around the water a lot. Probably some of my favorite memories have been being around the ocean and growing up in that environment. So I would say, I don't know if there's a favorite memory I can recall, just one. But my favorite memories as a kid is being out on the water at the beach, collecting sand dollars with my grandma at the beach, like just stuff like that. Funny, I bet you said the same damn thing as This is a funny question. I didn't get away with much, which is probably why I was kind of a goody two-shoes, because I didn't want to get in trouble. Let's see. I guess if I got away with anything, it was because I don't know, I'm very much sweet-tempered, so I just didn't fight back, so I didn't really fight my parents too much, so they sometimes let me off. I don't know. That's probably a terrible answer. I can answer this question very well. Born and raised here in Charleston, South Carolina. All right, first things to eat. My personal favorite, my heart. Shrimp and grits, guys. You gotta eat shrimp and grits if you come here. It's the best thing in the world. There's a lot of great things, but shrimp and grits is my favorite. Drinking, what a drink, famous drink here. We probably have one. I'm one of those boring people that if I go to a bar, I order a beer. I will say we have really great brunch here. We have a lot of great places that do brunch. So I would say go to a place that has good shrimp and grits and good mimosas. That's what I'll say. There's a lot of great things to see here in Charleston. It's a very historical town. A lot of old plantations. Like I said, going to the beach. I would say first things to visit would be going downtown Charleston, seeing Rainbow Row, the Battery. Yeah, it's really pretty downtown. Lots of history, lots of old buildings and cobblestone streets, and go to the market. Yeah, do make sure to go to Rainbow Row, Battery, all the places down there. That's a good question, because I didn't actually grow up with parents that listened to country music. I didn't have any like influences to listen to country music. I just kind of gravitated towards it myself when I was a pretty young teenager. And I know every girl says this, but my first real exposure to country music was Taylor Swift. There's so many great country artists, so she just was the first one as a young girl that I connected to, and she kind of introduced me to the genre, and I loved her songwriting style, how she connected with people, and she kind of set this model of an artist that I wanted to be like. And when I listened to her, I discovered, Shania Twain, the Dixie Chicks, Dolly, all the greats out there. And I feel like country music is so real, and it's the everyday person's story. And I love that it can you can write a song about your story and it connects with so many other people. And all music does that, but country it feels very personal. It feels very authentic and just relatable to most everybody, I feel like. So I really love that about country music. That's like asking a parent to pick a favorite kid. So that's very hard. It's funny though, I would say the two that would kind of be up there as favorites would be the two singles that are out now, Backwards and Gone. Both for different reasons. Backwards was a very personal song for me to write. I kind of went through this hard time in my life where I was on vocal rest and I had to stop playing shows, and my life kind of felt like it was on pause, and I wrote this song kind of in faith that everything was going to work out and everything kind of happens for a reason. I just didn't see it yet until I looked back on that situation, and sure enough, that whole song just, it really did come true. During that time, I was on that pause and went to Nashville. I met my producer, started working with them, and everything kind of fell into place in a way that I'm not sure it would have had I not taken that pause. So it did have purpose, and good things did come out of that season for me. So Backwards is a very special song. So I'd say it's between Backwards and Gone. Gone is a very personal song as well. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve, so all these songs are very personal. But Gone means a lot to me because I feel like it's a very empowering song to women, especially, who, I know me personally, I tend to care so much about people and sometimes struggle to stand up for myself when I should, or, leave a relationship or not let a toxic person back into my life because I care so much. And I wanted this song to empower people to know their worth and know they're not somebody's second best. You're not somebody's last option. You're their first. You should be their first choice. You should feel chosen. You shouldn't have to guess whether this person really cares about you the way you care about them, and they shouldn't be just keeping you in their back pocket just because they can. That's what that song is about. And I went through a season where there was somebody that I kept letting in my life that was just hurting me constantly and wasn't treating me right, and I just had to kind of cut it off and make the decision to choose my own heart over this desire to fully have his, because at the end of the day, he just was so divided, and he just wanted to kind of string me along and not really, invest in me like I was investing in him. So that's what that song's about. Well, I'm gonna have to get up for this. All right, fun fact, I like to wear bell bottoms. You're gonna see this in a minute. Sorry for the squeak in my iPhone stand here. So, I am majorly pigeon-toed, and I'm a klutz, and I fall over things. That's a special talent in itself. But I can turn my feet all the way in like this. I apologize that you have to see my feet right now, but that's my special talent. It's really not that special, but that's all I got. Yes, and I can play the song. I'm going to do a different clip for that, and then we'll just kind of clip it in or punch it in or whatever the word is. But thank you to Audentes for having me and for featuring me on their page. Y'all be sure to go follow me on all my social media accounts. It's under @LaurenHallMusic. Go stream my music, add it to your playlist, share it. Would love to hear from you guys. Love for you guys to listen to my music. Thank you so much.